What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to address something that I've seen a lot of people talking about for a few years now. If you take a look at how the Jurassic World side of the Jurassic Park franchise has evolved over the past decade, there's always been this really big question mark as to how everything got set up for there to even be an operational theme park after the first three movies. And believe it or not, there's this entire section of the film series lore that is neglected here that I personally believe would be an excellent basis for a Jurassic Park sequel that I think a lot of people would get a kick out of. So when it comes to the subject matter in question for today's video, I want to explain to you guys the little era set in between the movie's timeline from the end of Jurassic Park 3 all the way up to Jurassic World in 2015. All of this information is legitimate, it's all been established in the lore of the franchise, I'm not making anything up. So the park was technically operational for 10 whole years before the first Jurassic World film. So 2005 would have been its grand opening, but there's also large sections of the lore in emails and on old websites that detail very cool little bits of trivia and information that would make for some pretty cool stuff in a movie's plot. Information like why they changed the name from Jurassic Park to Jurassic World, who captured the T-Rex from the original theme park, and how they reestablished order out of the chaos of Isla Nublar. This is all stuff you can look up and dig into, and I really think that if properly applied with the old school lens and philosophical outlook that the franchise used to have, there's a lot of potential for a new movie that is actually super cool here. Imagine a film that is both a prequel and a sequel. After the Pteranodons fly off at the end of JP3, get the establishment of Isla Nublar being okayed for construction of a brand new Jurassic Park. We have the connective tissue in the back of our minds because we've all seen Jurassic World, but how did all of that stuff get there in the first place? Last we saw of the ruins of Jurassic Park were when the helicopter left the island in the first movie, so who built that new monorail? Who captured all the dinosaurs? Who set up the new laboratories where Dr. Wu would come in and begin making new animals? How did all of the new park get built, and what was it like with dinosaurs threatening the construction of the island and a hunting/capture mission going on at the same time in order to make the park open to the public in 2005? JP3 takes place in 2001. We've got stuff in the lore that says the Tyrannosaurus was captured in 2002. You can fill in the rest of the movie in your head, and I think it sounds kind of wild, especially if you focus on why Jurassic Park is always going to be a very bad idea to begin with. You'd be watching a story where people are dying and the corporation doesn't care as long as the facility itself gets built. There's a really dark but also deeply Michael Klayton oriented story you could tell here. You know, last night my wife and I were watching The Ghost in the Darkness. If you haven't seen it, it's a 90s movie about Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas trying to kill a couple of male lions that have been killing and eating railroad workers in Africa. It's based on actual events, it's pretty well made, and it has a very Lost World sort of a feel and aesthetic that has always resonated with me. And you know, while watching that movie, it really got me thinking about a film set in between JP3 and Jurassic World where you already know the outcome. These people have been hired by InGen to go in and reestablish order on Isla Nublar. They have to catch the dinosaurs, put them back in cages, and start building the new theme park. And the amount of hush-hush company stuff that could have gone down back then, like if one of the Costa Rican workers was killed by a velociraptor, or maybe some other dinosaur killed some guys that were on the island, how would a movie look and feel if all of it was focused on the inevitability of Jurassic Park opening up and the needless deaths of people that were being paid to rebuild the theme park? What would all of that look and feel like? To me, it sounds like very scary and very brooding, like the chaos that is about to unfold. There's a great scene in The Ghost in the Darkness where these guys have a big box that they are supposed to lead one of the lions in, and when the animal gets in there, they're supposed to shoot and kill it, and it all goes horribly wrong. You can see some sort of application on that with something like the velociraptors or another species, and I don't know, I think this would make for a very serious and very interesting film because we all know that Jurassic Jurassic World eventually did get built, but should it have been built? And should Jurassic Park have ever been opened up to begin with? The answer that we get off of the first 3 movies is obviously no. So it just seems like it's a perfect setup for a movie. You've got a group of guys that are going into the island to build the theme park and catch the dinosaurs, and come hell or high water, this thing is getting open to the public. Dr. Ian Malcolm's ominous warnings are in the background. Life cannot be contained. You cannot predict the outcome of complex systems that you cannot control. Control is only an illusion. And then some guy gets destroyed by a dinosaur and everyone just puts the dude in the ground, goes back to work picking up their shovels, and starts rebuilding everything to open up the theme park to people. I mean, it could really be the missing piece that would make the whole Jurassic World brand come together and just make a lot more sense in a sort of existential dread kind of a way. And the crazy thing is, this isn't just some kind of wild idea that I'm making up. This is canonical lore that they could pull from and take in order to make a movie a reality. And I think it sounds like something people would really love to see if they focused on the whole danger and inevitability of chaos. Like, all of those aspects could show up here, and it actually sounds like it could be quite scary, especially if they commit to the whole corporate disregard of human life angle. And I don't know, I just think it sounds very cool. This could be the Jurassic World movie that I think we all deserve to see, because there's this giant section of the franchise where there is no information on anything. Jurassic Park is destroyed, dinosaurs are gone public, and everybody knows about them in the Lost World, but that island's made a private reserve, and you see just a little more of that in Jurassic Park 3, and then for some reason Jurassic World is opened up on Isla Nublar a long time after that. So what happened in between? And I do think a protagonist, or a group of protagonists on the island where they know that the company doesn't care about their life and they're here to catch the dinosaurs and put them in the cages and start building the facilities, and their buddies just start getting killed one by one by one. That sounds really cool. That sounds very Jurassic Park, and it also sounds like it could be a cool commentary on the state of the franchise, but also the state of like just a big greedy sort of money grab in general. And I don't know, man, that sounds like it would be a super fun idea. Anyways, guys, these are all just my own thoughts. What do you think about the idea for a Jurassic World prequel? Something that kind of establishes the connective tissue between JP3 and Jurassic World. A movie that could actually sort of kind of be the official Jurassic Park 4 and make for some sort of origin story for everything we got in the Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard trilogy. I really think that there's a story there that people would love to see. A couple of years ago, I made this video on a movie idea for Site B and the collapse, and the Sci-Fi Channel even picked that up and did like a whole article on it. So I'm not just saying I've got good ideas. I'm literally just taking what the Jurassic Park franchise has and saying, this sounds like a cool dinosaur attack movie, guys. Why don't you just make it? But whatever your own thoughts and opinions happen to be on this idea, I'd love to hear all about them in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank everyone that's helped me build my channel over the years. I'd also like to thank every one of you guys who've watched my stuff. You've all been extremely cool to me. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and hope that you'll consider subscribing. God bless you all. Christ is King. See you guys in the next video, and as always, take it easy.